Morgan, Pastor Todd Sharon, Deep Dixie Racing Report. How are you?
Hey, great. How are you?
We're doing good. If you're just tuning in, we're on the line right now with Miss Morgan Turpen. And Morgan, I know that you have got a big weekend of racing coming up just up the road from us here at Sonoya Speedway. First of all, give everybody that's tuning in tonight, if you can, just give us an idea of what they may see as far as the sprint car portion of the program Friday and Saturday night at Sonoya.
Well, like you said, we race tomorrow and Saturday. We haven't actually been on the new track since they moved the walls, and they did a couple other different things to the racetrack, so it should be exciting because none of us have even seen it since they have done whatever they have done, which I say is drastic. So I'm excited. I always like Sonoya. They're going to see good racing. I think last year, people won from 10th, 11th place, so they'll be seeing some good racing, that's for sure. Wow.
Morgan, Dale and I were talking, Dale Hall, our producer, and I understand that you started racing go-karts, when you were about 12 years old? Now you're 22 years old. Give us kind of the steps that you took to end up in open-wheel racing with the sprint cars.
Well, I started racing go-karts when I was 12, and I never really thought it would be anything much more than what I did on the weekend. But as anybody will tell you, once you get into racing, it's an addiction. So I just thought that, I'd probably just race go-karts, this and that, whatever. Well, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, so sprint car racing was really big back in the day around. I mean, it's still big now, but it was really big back in the day there. Then I'd go over to the local tracks and I'd watch sprint car racing, and they started this 305 series, which is a 360 car with a smaller engine and without the wing. So I ran wingless 305. Well, I got to doing that for a while, and I ran into some hardships and stuff, and Terry Gray started helping me and started watching me race, and we put some sponsorships together, and he put me a car together, and I started racing 360s. Now it all just kind of took off. I never really thought it would be like this, but I'm glad it is, and now I'm working to get into a development program for NASCAR. So it's definitely taking a good road for sure.
Joined right now on the line by Miss Morgan Turpen. She is one of the competitors with the USCS Sprint Car Series. That's United Sprint Car Series. And Morgan, first of all, I got to give you props, because that has got to be some of the most nerve-wracking yet exciting racing that I've ever watched. And I can only imagine what it would be like when you were actually in that cockpit. And you mentioned Terry Gray. Now, I don't know Terry personally, but over the years I've kind of followed the USCS, and Terry has been a big winner. He's had a lot of success. How did you and Terry get hooked up?
Well, he raced over at Riverside a lot, and that's where I started watching. I'd go up there, and I'd drink the blood off them guys' cars, and then I started racing, and they kind of, took me under their wing and was trying to teach me, and we just clicked. I mean, he was like my best friend from the time I started racing till now. I mean, he was like a second dad to me, so our personalities clicked. We work well together. I mean, I've had some other opportunities, and this seat is the seat I have now in the 10M. It's just it's steady, and it stays. There's no people call like seat swapping or musical chairs or whatever. Like, I'm guaranteed this ride. It's comfortable. I get to go after I leave the shop. I get to go home. I get to go home after the races. I get to go to my own house. So it's just everything about it just work well together. Everything works.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a great situation. We're joined on the line right now by sprint car driver Morgan Turpen. And Morgan, if you can, give us an idea. Here in Middle Georgia, I love sprint car racing. As a matter of fact, everybody that we talk to, we love it. And we've actually got a friend that has started putting together the beginning stages of hopefully maybe getting a little series started here, an affordable series. But as far as the USCS goes, tell us some of the tracks that you guys race at, and how far do y'all venture out?
Well, we race all down here in Georgia, but I mean, we go anywhere from what me and Terry do. You know, as far as we go from anywhere from Texas to North Carolina.
Wow.
So anywhere, you know, in between there is what we have been this year so far. We raced at Tampa earlier this year, then we raced at Beaumont a couple weekends ago. So it's just wherever we can race, whenever we can find a race, we're going.
I hear you. Morgan, right now, as it stands, in a very competitive series, I understand that you're third in the points. Has this to date been your best season so far?
It has not. I'm third in the Southern points, but I was just a couple weeks ago. I was leading the national points and the Mid-South points. So it hasn't been the best year. I can think about 5 off the top of my head that I've had yanked out from under me from lap cars or something breaking in the last 5 laps that I'm guaranteed had it won. So it's just been a rough year, but I just take it with a grain of salt and move on. But definitely not my best year by far. But, you know, sometimes you have those kind of years, and hopefully the second part of the season we'll get over it.
Yeah, how far between now and the end of the season, Morgan? How deep into the fall do you guys run as far as points-wise?
About the second week of November will be our last race with the United Sprint Car Series.
Okay. We're joined on the line right now by a 22-year-old female driver, Morgan Turpen. She is a competitor on the USCS Sprint Car Series, and these folks are going to roll into Sonoya Speedway. You're going to have 2 chances to see them, tomorrow night, and then they'll be back again on Saturday night. And I have had a chance to see the USCS drivers run. It's been a while, and man, it's some of the best racing that you can ever imagine. Morgan, if you could, when you got into a sprint car, and I know that you mentioned that you got into a non-wing to begin with, a little less horsepower than a 360. How long did it really take for you to get comfortable in that car? I know that that is a ton of difference than any other race car out there.
You know, honestly, I don't really remember, you know, there being a time where I was just like, yeah, you know, I've got it. It was just like, I got in it and I couldn't go fast enough. So, and that's how it is with me now. It's never fast enough. And anything I do, I mean, anywhere from going to ride go-karts, you know, at Putt-Putt on Friday night or Thursday night to racing sprint cars, I can't go fast enough in anything. So, I mean, for me, personally, it didn't take me any time to, I never said, oh gosh, you know, this is so much faster, how is it going to feel? It's just anything you want me to drive, I get in and I'll go fast. I mean, obviously, you know,
gotcha.
I do my best to hit the lines and stuff, but, you know, that's definitely my mindset.
You being a female driver in a predominantly male sport, how do your fellow competitors, how do you see them and how do they treat you? How does that work out?
Well, I mean, most of the time, especially with the older guys, I treat them with respect. They treat me with respect. You know, they drive me clean, I drive them clean. You know, if people want to get nasty, then you got to get nasty back. It's just the way it is. But the older guys, you know, they seem to just, you know, they want respect. I want respect. You know, I had to earn it. So they're good. You know, the younger guys got a little bit more problem with it, but you know, that's their problem. I just go out there and I race my race and take what the car will give me and try to win races. Got
it. We're joined on the line right now by Morgan Turpen. Morgan is a competitor on the USCS Sprint Car Series, and Morgan, one of the things that we always try to do here on the Deep Dixie Racing Report, we always try our best to give our drivers an opportunity to give their sponsors some exposure. We know that right now, and pretty much it ain't just now, it's always been the case. If you're going to go racing, you got to have some help. It takes a lot to go racing, and you have, by your own admission, described your situation as a comfortable, steady ride. Give us an idea of the folks that help you out as far as sponsorship-wise, and even those that help with turning the wrenches in the shop.
Oh yeah, well, it's just me and Terry most of the time in the shop. We travel together and work in the shop together. We both prefer not to have anybody else work on them, just because it's just we got our way and that's the way it works. But KTV Motorsports and Don Berry Construction, they've really been helping us out this year. I mean, you know, there's never enough sponsorship, so it has been tough. Gary takes a lot out of his pocket to allow me to race, but it's been good. And Engler Machine and Tool, he's really helped us out this year. So, and for the product, you know, sponsors K&N, KFC, all those guys make it possible. So, really, everybody that's on our race cars makes it work. I mean, it doesn't ever seem to be enough, but anybody that races knows how that goes.
Absolutely. We've got a question, Morgan. What chassis are you running?
I run a J&J chassis.
Okay. Motor builder.
Gary Gray at Westmore.
Okay. Is this a full-time gig for you, Morgan?
It is. I do this full-time. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to get into the development program. I'm kind of getting to that stage in my life where racing will always be part of my life, but at the same time, it might be time to put this on the back burner for maybe do it only 10 or 12 times a year and get a real job. But I've just graduated from the University of Memphis in May, and I'm fixing to try to get my MBA at Florida International University. So I really want to do this the rest of my life, but until some more money comes in, it's not going to be possible.
Well, it sounds like you got a good thing going, Morgan, and we sure do appreciate you taking time out to join us on the Deep Dixie Racing Report. Our best to you, not only this weekend, but throughout the rest of this season and your entire career. We appreciate it. They are going to be racing at Sonoya Speedway back-to-back nights, Friday and Saturday night. Go check them out. Yes, Dale?
There's a possibility that Brian and myself may be up there this weekend.
Yeah, I actually thought about that too, Morgan. We were just saying that that we may try to get up there at least one of those 2 nights and take in a little bit of racing. And of course, we do what we do at Cochran, so it'd probably be tomorrow for me, but I would sure love to see it. But again, Morgan, thank you so much for joining us, and man, go out there and get them tomorrow. That is Morgan Turpen, 22-year-old driver from Cordova, Tennessee, right up around Memphis. She'll be competing tomorrow night at Sonoya Speedway, Friday and Saturday night, as a matter of fact. Female driver out there getting it done. All right, Morgan, thank you very much, sis.
All right, I sure do appreciate y'all having me.
All right. God bless you. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Morgan Turpen. And I tell you what, man, to be up there mixing it up and to listen to her talk, you know, she pretty much just come right out and said that she is in a winning car. I mean, I didn't take that as being arrogant or cocky, but she said there's been a few little things, racing stuff. Yeah. You know, lap traffic, this happens, that happens, and she had probably 5 races that felt sure she could have won. And I'm going to tell you something. For you to win on that series, that's no small thing. That is a grind, man.